And good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to teamfortress.tv's coverage of Ascent NA versus shie. My name is Just Jazz. I am joined today by big fella Goose, a fellow Aussie, and we're very excited to bring you this Metalworks map. We're just going to cut straight to the rollout. I'm going to be on the Zaylor cam here, who is he do be rolling out at the moment, and just throwing some stickies across the point at the moment. No real damage has been done as of yet, but we'll see. We'll see how we go. Both teams playing really passive here, although Legit is he actually takes
Two
down
players down
one.
for red. Wow.
Yeah, Laz and Slemish go down quite early. Legit also does go down, but it looks like Ascent is just going to back out here, try to conserve their their med, and they do. But High Five ends up going down. Goose, welcome to your first ever Team Fortress TV cast, by the way.
Thank you very much. Big honor to be here. Real quick, ladies and gentlemen. As I say, that soldier is going in. But yes, absolute pleasure to be casting the NA scene right here. Thank you very much for this opportunity, everybody. And we're just going to be seeing a bit of a stalemate here on this middle/second point.
Yeah, both teams are. Yeah, both teams are playing pretty passive, Ashi's just chilling out on mid, not really taking any control of house, but they're now starting to walk forward. They want to, they really want to get some points early on the board. A big bomb in by Dingo does not connect anything. Lolguy does not take a lick of damage. It's just Slemnish who gets quite hurt, but a quick arrow will bring him back up to health. So now we're waiting patiently for the sack from Ascent. And they both take that top right shack, but Alexandros forces them off, and Laz has gone down by a frag by Esper, but it's yeah, just early on, just exchange a couple frags. So yeah, very excited to be here, by the way.
Very good stuff, and Soldier is going to be going into lobby there. A bit of a bounce around, will get eventually taken down by the scout there, and looking like a bit of a duel in lobby. Both scouts are down for shie, so not looking too promising here. They might have to back off, but no, he does manage spawn, and it's going to be both teams kind of just stalemating, not really ready. So I'm not quite sure what's going on, but
yeah, I mean, it seems like they're just trying to be patient and try to get overload a flank, overload a certain area, and maybe get a one or two picks, but it hasn't really materialize as of yet. As I said, that Dingo does go in for a sack through Valley, does not get anything, and now all of Ascent is decided to rush through underpass through Valley, trying to catch all of shie out. They're just getting spam out, a couple bombs coming in, but Laz is pretty weak. He's not going to connect anything, and Slemnish in bot mode, just through the power of scouts alone, are going to force him out. And as I say that, Laz jumps in, picks up Legit, and that's going to give Ascent free room to take main or take mid for themselves. So now, okay, just been told that High Five and Slemnish are on scouts, bot mode's on soldier, maybe mixing it up, but the Uber does come out on the side of shie. And the med's just going to leave the demo out to dry. Not going to get anything. They're going to have to back out, and then Zaylor's just going to come straight in, try to get the med. He picks up Daffodil with a fat pipe to the face. And the rest of shie is going to have to get out and set up on last here. Not a situation you want to be in if you're going up against Ascent, who is in playoff contention. They're currently second place, but they've got full Uber out. They're just going to come right in. Uber does get exchanged, or just get used, and it's just cap time, a lot of cap time on the point right now, but they haven't really converted any frags right now. Zaylor and bot mode have gone down, Slemnish goes down as well, so it's going to be Ascent going to have to take their cues and back out of lobby here, try to conserve any sort of player advantage that they have, because it's just Laz and Lolguy up. Goose, what did you see on that last push, man?
I think, did the medic just get a saw there? I think he might have just wanted the saw there, so that's going to be a little bit of ad for the blue team. Yeah, no, it's that was. I don't know, they just got to win. There were like 3 players down. By the way, please tell me my mic is still broken. Yeah, it seems to be. So I'm going to hand it over to you, Jazz. Massive apologies, ladies and gentlemen.
No stress, man. Your mic sounds good to me, but yeah. So the Ubers have evened out. Yeah, the Ubers have evened out here on second, which is quite weird because Daft did have around it seemed like a 70% ad at some point. You know, they could have pressured the issue, but I guess when the spawners come in, playing off of that advantage is a little bit more difficult. So we're just going to see a reset here again. Both teams just happy to exchange spam Zaylor with a big trap right above the entrance into house, although two traps actually. Alexandros actually taking a fight in Valley. Slemdish and Alexandros are going to end up trading themselves. But Dingo's down, goes down. Bot mode goes down to Zingo. Dingo can't even speak at the moment. Laz comes in, actually gets the force on to Daffodil, and they're gonna have to make something happen with this. They do end up getting Lolguy to use his Uber, but they do not pick up any frags. And again, Ashi back on their last, gonna have to try to figure out what they're gonna do here. But maybe I don't know, it looks like they're still trying to keep control of lobby. They do have an even Uber situation at the moment, so, you know, not giving up any space for free is probably the preferred way of doing business, but they are down players as well. So Dingo and Esper. Dingo's just spawned, Esper's still spawning up. No off classes, typical of a last hold, but the Ascent's not content on waiting for the Uber to come in. The high five ends up picking Alexandros. Or, nope, that's a wipe. No, that's a legit goes down. So most of Ascent went down trying to get a force out or just get the med, and actually Lolguy is on an island here in Valley. Oh, he lives by the grace of God.
How does he get out of that? My goodness.
It's Slemdish, man. Slemdish with the fat shots. You know, that's all you need. And as a result, Dingo and Esper do go down, and Ashi is still back on their last, having to, having to get set up. High fives and deep real deep, but he's going to get cleaned up by Alexandros instead. So a bit back and forth at the moment. A lot of frags being traded out, but no rounds on the board yet. No real clear team fights. There just seems to be a lot of players just kind of going in, trying to go for kills. Not getting the kills, backing out. We're back on last. Goose, is your mic working now?
I really hope it's working. Apparently it is fine in Mumble, but according to everyone else, it is a little bit botched on the stream. Hopefully it is all good now. As I say that, it looks like demo does go down for Ascent, which is going to be quite a crucial pick right there.
Well, high five was on the sniper, and he gets Daffodil. And, you know, they've got big ad here as well now, and they're going to end up getting forced on second. But even then, you know, they've got Dingo who's jumped behind, try to get something, but not really going to get anything. And they don't opt to move off a second despite having the player advantage and the Uber advantage as well. So interesting move there. Just probably going to get set up. Dingo is still lingering behind quite a long way. He's finally coming under, but at this point, Ascent. Yeah, at this point, Ascent is already pushing last. Dingo's finally coming back into play, but it's too little, too late. The frags are being traded out. The point is being played, and that's going to be the first round to Ascent in A. Very well played.
Yeah, 1-0 in favor of Ascent with 21 minutes on the clock. What were you about to ask me, my good man?
I was going to say, take us through this next mid fight, my friend.
Yeah, easy.
Who are we watching? Out, so I will come back in. So I'm on the bull cam at the moment, just opting to rotate through Valley. Went down to pretty low on his health at the moment, but now we're getting a big double Laz and a bot mode bomb in, trying to get something on Daff, but they do not manage to kill Daffodil. Bot mode's playing the shack. They've just managed to force all of Ashi out into Valley at the moment. They've taken all the height on mid, which is a really good position to be in, but Ashi is just willing to fight right back, but Esper does go down, and legit's got to be careful because he is on low health. Alexander's trying to get the med, does not pick up anything, and now Ashi backing out through lowers, but Ascent high fives in really deep here. Slemdish is coming out as well. And it looks like, yeah, they forced the Uber out, which is the best thing that they could do, and now they're just backing out through house, holding a little bit, and deciding to push back in with a full advantage. So this is really good for Ascent. They have not had the use here yet, and now they're just looking to push right into last. I mean, they've got the player advantage.
right now. This is not looking too promising for them. The Uber does come out from Logai, and they are going to be absolutely mulching all those players in spawn. And it's going to be 2-0 in favour of Ascent. She need to find their footing very, very quick here. Otherwise, this could convert into a 5-0 by the looks of it. But I do not want to speak too soon, ladies and gentlemen. Who are you going to be watching on this mid, Jazz?
I'm probably gonna get on the bot mode cam. He's been doing a couple of big bombs these last few mids, so I'm interested to, I always like seeing him jump up and fall down, on my cam. It's a nice little roller coaster ride from my seat. But yeah, he's coming out of connector now. He's now finally initiated his jump, looking to land on Daffodil. He doesn't land on Daff, but he does pick up Bull, so that's a good pick, and that's going to give Ascent a lot of room to play with. They take down Alexandros as well, but High Five ends up going down to a shot from Legit. So now it's a scout soldier versus a demo and a couple other fellas, 2 scouts. But Shie with the double scout chariot around the med, but Legit's going to get on an island here. He's going to be taken down by Slemnish. Shie does still control the height, but they're going to have to figure out, because they do not have a demo in play at the moment, so they've got to pick off Slemnish before he picks off their soldier, but he doesn't. Dingo goes down, Esper goes down as well to a Zayler pipe, and the Uber is going to end up getting used on mid. And Shie, again, just going to have to back out, tail between their legs, because Ascent just totally dominant at the moment. Just getting the right frags, getting the forces when they need, and just really doing a good job to just play it slow, and pick up and, turn 1 frag into 2 frags and just keep on piling up the advantages when they see fit.
Yeah, no, it seemed to seemed to be one of those never-ending mid fights, which it resulted in the Uber getting exchanged on mid. As I say that, it looks like Ascent are going to make their way through this left side push. The sentry is still up. No one's there yet. It does go. Demo takes that down, and they're going to get trapped out in spawn here, Jazz. Scouts playing the point very, very well here. 7 minutes. 17 minutes 50 on the clock, sorry. My goodness, my goodness.
Yeah, it's sorry, Looster, say that one more time. I'm getting a message from our producer, Big Looster 200. Okay, well, we'll get some logs up. I think Looster's saying Goose might be having mic issues. I'm not sure. I'm not on the chat, so hopefully the commentary is good regardless. But let's look at some logs here real quick, my friend. Gonna pull them up for myself, but from what I was seeing, at least, I mean, Ascent was just more or less, the dominant team, and that's why we're at 3-0, having only played 12 minutes of game. They would just played very well in the sense that they would get the frags, and again, they could turn one pick into 2 picks, turn one small advantage into a pretty big advantage. Just really patient play quite often. So they, Shie, and some of this might be because Ascent is a bit more of an established team. They are doing their best to challenge the Froyo homogeny. I don't know if that's the word I'm looking for, but we're going to use it anyway. So I don't know, Goose, did you see anything?
Did I see anything? Yeah, no, I saw a lot of chaos, just a lot of straight up just carnage from Ascent. It was very, very aggressive mids. Those soldiers were just doing those insane high bombs and just really getting onto the demo of Ishu there. It was I found Bowl was having a very hard time getting that damage out, which looked to be quite obvious there in the logs. Yeah.
Well, I just sent you some logs, so we'll have a look at it right now. Just notably, Lolguy did not die a single time. We got 48 frags for Ascent, 30 frags for Shie. Very, very dominant, just right off from the get-go. And it just seems to be, kind of your typical start the game well, and just once that momentum starts going in your favor, it can be really hard to halt that momentum. Sixes is very much a momentum based game at the time, are just, you know, it's yeah, like I said, hard to stop that momentum. But Ashi, like this isn't some like hodgepodge team. Like these guys all have experience, so I reckon they might have to like dig deep and like maybe play a little bit better. But I think they're definitely not out of this game. I think they have the potential to get a couple rounds on the board, but they really have to make sure that they start this next half in convincing fashion, win the mid fight, take it to last, take the last point, and then go on from there.
Yeah, no, I just figured out. Hopefully, my mic has been fixed because I unticked the positional audio box. I do not know why that was enabled. Massive, massive apologies to that, ladies and gentlemen. What a way to start my first NA cast. But I
That's
am
the
happy
spirit.
to be here, and I'm going to be watching Bol on this rollout. I want to see what he can dig deep here. I really want to see what he can do. Opting for that bottom right position there. Going to get some good spam onto the scouts, but nothing really connecting too much yet. Soldier is going to be jumping in, going quite huge there. Demo's going to be taken down quite weak, but he does go down. That is 2 down for Aishu, and they are going to be, unfortunately.
Yeah, I don't know if you saw it, but there's a big double bomb by Alexandros and Dingo onto Logai, but Logai hit the surf of his life and manages to go from the entrance of Valley on mid all the way to the medium health pack at the back of Valley. So Logai just showing his experience, he's been grinding the soldier v soldier MG. He knows how to surf something, ladies and gentlemen. So yeah, now Ashi, again, it looked like a promising mid fight, but losing both soldiers in an all-out effort to get the med just really did not play into their favor. And now they're back on last. As I say, that Bull gets a big trap on bot mode, so it's gonna, relieve the pressure off of them just a little bit. Dingo tries to go in for the sack to get Logai, but just ends up being cleaned up by Laz as well. So again, Ashi just back on their last, and you have to be wondering, what the game plan is, if they're going to, push out and try to get some frags going. But Laz and High Five going in deep to try to get the med. They get cleaned up, so that's 2 down. That's 2 picks for Ashi. You think they'll push off of this, Goose?
I don't know. I think they're going to play it safe. If I was in their position, I'd be like, look, Ascent, second best household powerhouse name in NA. I would not. I would not push out despite the player numbers there. So it is going to look like another reset here. And I just realised NATF2 is slightly different to our Australian counterpart. We are in the second half here, so we have a couple of Australian viewers as well. In case you did not know that, they play first to 3, and then they reset, and they ready up again, and they're playing these 2 rounds. So Ascent only need to get 2 more rounds to win this, assuming you do not cap another round up.
Well, High Five is on the sniper, trying to find an angle from Shutter. Hasn't found anybody as of yet. No real damage come out. I think he might have hit Alexandros, but might have just been spam instead. But he's going to go for a far right pick, not pick up anything. And bot mode and Laz go down as well. So, like, if you're Ashi at this point, this is as good an opportunity you're going to get to push out of your last as you'll get. Unless, you wipe the team, but, they haven't done that yet.
So Logan's just going to be dropping low, guys! Just dropping the Uber there! What was that? You do not see that often in the top level of TF2, ladies and gentlemen! Holy hell, my goodness! Bot mode's on Spy, though. This could be big. Get on that cam right now. Apologies if I have just pogged the hell out of your headphones, everyone. That was absolutely insane.
Well, here Ashi trying to get some space on mid. They've managed to pick up Slemnish really well, and Jaffe goes down. The spy bot mode backstabs him. Oh, so they finally get the advantage that they need, full Uber advantage, but bot mode on the sneaky Frenchman manages to pick Daffodil off, and Ascent with some breathing room, and they manage to pick up Esper, and Dingo's down as well. So, what was looking like, a really bad position to be in has all of a sudden turned into a golden opportunity, and bot mode gets Bull as well. Oh. the I don't know how to say that pistol name because it's French and I don't speak that dirty language, but he pistols down Bull as well. Bot mode showing himself. Just listen. The spy play probably my favorite play, and Shie just caught out in lobby here. The Uber gets used. Daffodil goes down. Esper goes down as well, and now Shie, whoever's left up has to get back on last very quickly. It's just Bull and Alexandros. Legit, it has to escape out of lobby as well, but he's not. And now it's just Zaylor, Lolguy pushing last against the Demoman. The respawns have arrived and the cavalry has arrived for Ascent. They're just trying to take down Alexandros. The bombs have come in. They do pick up Daff. They just have to pick up the other two and play the point, but there's no real point pressure as of yet.
They're going to need something huge here, mate, but I tell you what, that was that point presence. It just was not going to be enough there. So that is, I believe, 4-0 in favour of Ascent, kind of as we were expecting here, but nevertheless, still some impressive plays coming out from Shie. I'm not counting them out of this just yet. I am going to get on the ball cam once again this mid to see what he can make of it. Going to be walking a little bit forward there, trying to just get some sticky spam. Bot mode is doing a nice high bomb, and I'm going to hand it over to you now, Chaz.
Nah, you're doing great, my friend. But yeah, so again, just more stickies, just traded off, a couple of big bombs in, but no real kills as of yet. Yeah, all the team is like pretty good health. It's just Slender Shoe's gone down, and it looks like this mid is going to go in the favor of Shie. They have all the height, they have all the advantages, they have all of the frags as well, with the exception of Esper, who did go down. But that's going to be Ascent, Lolguy, and Zaylor backing off. So finally, Shie, hopefully not too little too late. They're pushing the issue. The Uber does get used, and Daffodil finally gets Ubered very close to just being absolutely minced and just overplaying their hand. The Uber is more advantageous for Shie, but not anymore because Dingo and Legit both have gone down. And Shie, despite having that better Uber, has the worst positioning. Daffodil really has to get out and conserve himself because he's only on 30 health. And he's going to have to either get out or kill Bind, and I think, I don't think he's going to make it. Nope. Rest in peace.
What happens there? They just apple crumbled away, Jazz. It was looking so promising, but the Ubers exchanged and then they just lost their post. I don't know what to make of that, man.
Yeah, it was real interesting because they had the better Uber and they really, really milked it as well, just being very, very, I don't know, laissez-faire with Daffodil's life. But they ended up getting... Their other players were pushing the point while the med and the scout were still pushing into lobby, and they just get collapsed on. And now they've got a full Uber disadvantage. No off classes up except for Legit on the sniper. That might just be the throw pick. The Uber does get used, and it's just carnage. Ascent totally dominant here.
Kaz. Yeah, Ascent, they have definitely brought the carnival to the town here. Do not want to speak too soon though, because they have just not managed to cap that final point. ISU hanging on by the skin of their teeth right here, just kind of pressuring them out of lobby here. Bottle is going to need to come up if they want to push out any further though, but don't want to do the curse of the castle, but it's looking like another reset here once again. But ISU back on their last.
Yeah, but they have big advantage. I mean, they've got a 30% Uber advantage, so they're going to have to use this pretty quickly. They use it to jump Bull and then jump the soldier into house. They picked up two. They picked up... Oh, but the backup is on!
No.
There we go. High five, Laz, winning the game for Ascent NA, and that's going to be the GGs in the chat. Jesus.
Wow.
Very quick game.
Very, very quick. It went by in the blink of an eye, Jazz. I was having so much trouble keeping up there. I know we always do because TF2 games are just pure carnage when you compare it to something like CS. You really have a chance to breathe and, you'll catch what's going on. But that was so fast.
Yeah. Well, that's one of the things with like these high level teams. I mean, we see this in Australia as well. When you see a top prem team face a lower prem team, it can sometimes be over in a blink of an eye. And I'm imagining it's probably the same here. I don't even have to imagine it because we just saw it happen.
Yeah.
But yeah, so we'll have a look at these combined logs that Looster, Big Looster 200, 300, whatever he is, just kindly sent to us. Low guy only dying once. It was a drop, so that's basically 2 deaths. Let's be honest, you know. Um, but again, Ascent just really dominant this entire match. 78 frags to Ashi's 52. Um, you know, and it's really hard to read into these logs a whole lot
Yeah.
because it was just very I don't know, just a very dominant game from Ascent, to be
Yeah.
expected as you know, as these games tend to go. But I don't know,
You know,
well played.
yeah, well played by Ascent. Like, as I was saying before, I think anyone could have really called that there. They're just one of those powerhouse names that, like, you don't know them. Like, even if you don't know their current roster on the season, like, you just know that Ascent is always going to either come second or first, like, in the respective tournament. Like, they're just one of those big, big names. And yeah, like of course they were going to take that. I was kind of hoping Aishi was going to maybe get a round or two, but I still think they did very well despite going up against Ascent.
Yeah, it's tough. I mean, from my understanding of what happened this season is that you know, there are a couple of invite teams that really sort of crumbled after the first or second week. So as a last ditch effort to save invite from only having like 4 or 5 teams, Ashi formed the Phoenix out of the ashes. But you know, just because you're the Phoenix out of the ash doesn't mean you can beat the War Eagle of somebody like Ascent. So bad luck for Ashi. Well played, Ascent. You know, this really, I mean, the playoff picture because of this still stays about the same. You know, we've got Froyo Tech in the lead, to be expected. We're all going to expect that. And then Ascent coming up in second place. So, you know, hope.
I think the real question here is, Jazz, whether it's a best of 3 or a best of 5. Is it in the NA finals? Is it gonna go? Is it this time? Will it be able to go to the third/fifth map? Or is
Mhm.
Froyo just going to be too strong once again? Because I really hope that at some point, for the sake of the spectators, that someone can come and at least, shake up a stick against Froyo. But they're just too powerful.
Yeah, I think. I mean, I think if I had to make a prediction, I think Froyo is gonna take the season again. I think having people, I mean,
Of
having a
course.
player like Banny and Habib
Yeah.
is always going to be like very very strong. But then like the thing is about a team like Froyo is that they are, I mean, the best team in the almost, I guess, well, more or less the best team in the world for a reason. Um, you know, but I think Ascent, like, this is still a team with experience. This is still a team that, like, we've seen Ascent, granted with a different roster, but we did see Ascent go to the I Series last year and just in a heartbreak final, just losing it to Seven in the end. Um, I don't know why it's heartbreaking because we all just know Seven just sets up the bus after picking up one round. It makes me fall asleep. But you know, Ascent definitely still has that firepower. So I think I think that if they bring their A game when it's playoffs time, that they can definitely take out a win. But I think you'd have to yeah, you'd have to catch Froyo on an off day. But
Yeah. I think I did recall a couple months back earlier in the year, I saw a Froyo versus Ascent on Sunshine, and Ascent managed to get 2-0 on them for the first 5 minutes, and then after that, Froyo just completely rolled them.
yeah. Well, I know last season Froyo ended up losing a game for like the first time in 5 seasons, so they're not invincible, but they're maybe if I've been told maybe every other season, not quite 4 seasons, but they're still very powerful. Um, so yeah, I think with that we've got a clear picture of who the top two teams in Invite are this season. and then we got the best of the rest. Uh, so I think we'll close it out here. Goose, any last words for
Yes,
your
just a
new
couple.
legion of American
I
fans?
just want to say big thank you for letting me into your scene. And I do apologize about that mic earlier on. It did throw me off. I hope I get to. No, it was my fault as well.
Is this your fault?
You know, we,
Goose, we'll always blame it
producer
on you,
just
Lou.
said to producer just said to blame it on him. But yeah, no, regardless of that, I do hope I can come back and give you guys a much higher quality cast in the future. So thank you for all your kind words in chat. Very much appreciated. And I'll leave it at that. Thank you very much to the NA scene.
Yes, I agree. And ladies and gentlemen, you will be seeing Big Fella Goose on more TFTV casts at some point, because I just got an oh definitely from our producers. So you have
Thank you.
you have your new Aussie hero Paulson. You have been replaced. But I'll close this out here, ladies and gentlemen. You have been tuned into teamfortress.tv. You just watched Ascent wipe the floor with Ashi. Big Fella Goose, thank you for joining me today. Looster200, thank you as always for being our producer in chief. None of this happens without you. And my name is Just Jazz. Thank you for tuning in, and we'll see you on the next one.